Well, now we're doing voter theory, and the first question is to decide on a new website design. The designer asked people to rank 3 designs that have been created, labeled A, B, and C. The individual ballots are shown below. Here they are. And create a preference table. So our task is to create a preference table. And I've taken every one of these sequences, ABC, ABC, and so on, and listed them in column format. So now we'll continue on and consolidate this table, and we'll have our preference table. So I'm going to call this number of voters, shorthand. And we've got a first choice, second, and third. And I'm not going to write that out so this video doesn't take too long. And now for the choice A, B, C, C, for that sequence, I notice there are 1, 2, and we've got another one, a third one there. So there's 3 of those. Now for the choice ACB. ACB. And there we've got 1, 2, and 3 of those also. For the choice BAC, we have, let's see, BAC, we have 1 there, and that's it, 1. For the choice BCA, we have 1, 2, and a third one. Okay, 3. For the choice CAB, let's see, we have 1, 2, and that's it for CAB. And finally, as a matter of fact, that's all we have. If we can double check that there are 12 sequences there, and we have 12 listed here. So that takes care of our preference table. And we're done with question 1. Well, for question 2, we've got a planning committee for a renewable energy trade show is trying to decide what city to hold their next show in. The votes are shown below. Number of voters, first choice, second choice, third choice, and so on. And here are our sequences and the number of votes for each sequence. So the first question says, how many voters voted in this election? Well, 9 plus 19 is 28, plus 11 is 39, plus 8 is 47. So there were 47 voters. Now, for B, how many votes are needed for a majority? Well, you've got 47 voters, so that's the sum of 24 and 23, and a majority is 50% plus 1, so 24 are needed for a majority. Now, for a plurality, to have a plurality, in this method, the choice with the most first preference votes is declared the winner. Ties are possible and would have to be settled through some sort of runoff vote. Well, you could have 16, 16, and 15, and so therefore you'd need 16 to tie. But if you had one item had 17 votes, another 16 votes, and the third one 14, well, 17 would be needed to win, 16 needed to tie. And by the way, you can find that definition of the plurality method on page 36, and for a preference table, that can be found on page 35. For part D, we're going to find the winner under the Borda Count Method, and that Borda Count Method can be found on page 42. What it comes down to, you assign points to a particular place. For example, first place is worth 3 points, second place worth 2 points, and third place will be worth 1 point. So B received 9 votes in the first column, and 3 times 9 is 27. A received in the second column 19 votes, and 3 times 9 is 57. C in this third column of votes received 11, and at 3 points apiece, that's 33 points. And finally, B won again in the last column, and 8 votes in this column, and 3 times 8 is 24. Now let's keep going. So we've got an A. Looking at this second row up here, a B, and a C. And so A won, and this second row is worth 2 points apiece. So 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 19 is 38. 2 times 11 is 22, and 2 times 8 is 16. Now for the third row, we've got and again, I'm looking at this row here, C, a C, and 2 A's. And so these votes are worth 1 point apiece, so we've got 19 for C, 11 for A, and 8 for A. Now let's tally them up. So for A, I've got 57 plus 18, 57 here, 18 here, plus 11, plus 8, and that equals 94 votes. For B, we've got 27 plus 24, B 38, and 22, and that totals to 111 votes. And finally for C, we have 33 here, plus 16, plus 9, and plus 19, and that adds up to 77 votes. So B acquired the most points, 111, so B is the winner.